Alright, boys, we're back for another video, and today we're focusing on how to become the man Jesus wants you to become. And I have number one written up there, and that is build your life on Christ, okay? Not a lot of people, they build their uh life based on the world, how, like, you chase validation from others, okay? You want to, like, make a bunch of money and look cool, things like that. No, bro, you need Jesus. And this really hits home with me from a guy named Joe Feely. He he played ball at UB, you can look him up. But after that, he turned his life to Christ, and he came back for a couple matches in Buffalo, but he mainly does down in Pittsburgh. And I remember him talking about how in Pittsburgh he has a ton of like athletes, celebrities, things like that, like very high status people in Pittsburgh come to Joe because his church is in like the center of Pittsburgh, right? And they come and they go knock on his door, and obviously he's gonna open it, right? And it's people you wouldn't expect. Like typically, who do you think would be people who come to Jesus, right? People who are lost, like homeless people, people struggling like that. No, bro. It's these higher up athletes because they focus their goals on like becoming the best at their sport and everything like that. And guess what? When they accomplish it, they still feel empty at the inside. Matthew 7:24, man. That reads, "Everyone who hears these words of mine and does them will be a wise man who built his house on the rock." All right. Another thing, if you like want to build your life on Christ, if you don't want to live for this world, if you want to live on His foundations, number one, get in His Bible. But another tip I have for you: pray for wisdom. Okay, that's how Solomon became the most richest and wise person in the world. How do you think he got it? If you look in the Bible, he prayed for wisdom. And then he was able to attain money on the top of that. So if you want to be rich, because I know we all want money, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to want money. I know a lot of people think it is, but no, it's not. If you're using it for the right thing, if you're using it for, I don't know, hookers and blow, no, it's not a good thing. But you're using it to provide for your family, donate to charity, maybe get a dream car or something like that. No, that's not a bad thing at all. All right, but keep in mind that you can't take any of that to heaven. The only thing you can take to heaven is your soul, man. So try and build that relationship with Jesus Christ. And I tried writing these notes on my laptop today. So we'll see how those goes. But number two, be strong, but also be humble. All right. A lot of people, they think that when, like, to be tough, like, you have to have no flaws or things like that. Like, no, bro. You're not Jesus at the end of the day. All right. You're going to have flaws. You've got to be humble because when you make mistakes, when you realize, like, oh, I have this problem, that problem, you can fix it, right? I would love to come out here and be perfect, but no. I know I have problems. I know I'm a little bit smaller, even though I go to the gym, right? I need to fix that, right? I know that, I still struggle with swearing, okay? I know I need to fix that, right? When you have flaws, that's how you're going to get closer to Jesus because you can pray on it and you can work on it. You can read in the Bible and say what, oh, he says this, maybe I'm struggling with lust. Then you can go in the Bible and you read, it talks about chopping off your right hand because it's better to enter the kingdom of heaven with no hand than not enter at all. Right now, obviously, it's not talking about chopping off your right hand. Literally, it's talking about cutting off temptations. So that would mean if I'm struggling with lust, cut out social media or whatever is causing me to lust, rap music, things like that. But at the end of the day, you need to recognize your flaws. You also can still be strong while having flaws, right? All right. Put others before you too. That's another big thing. Realize that Jesus is all about love, the commandments, man. Love your neighbor, things like that. All right. Be willing to serve, help others. If there's people in need, maybe it's some elderly that can't uh do their driveway anymore. Shovel it for them. All right. Spread that love, because a lot of people, at the end of the day, and this is what I think about. At the end of the day, a lot of people talk or don't know Christianity. All right. They don't know Christianity or anything like that. And if you're open about your faith, they're gonna see how you live, and that might be the only chance they'll ever really get to know about Jesus. So if you're a selfish man and they know you follow Christ, they're gonna think, "Wow, Jesus was selfish." But if you follow Christ and they see like your actions are caring, loving, kind, things Jesus want you to be, strong, have flaws, they're gonna understand Jesus. Yo, Jesus was this. It's pretty cool, man. And then that might cause them to follow Jesus, right? But yeah, and sorry guys, I'm pretty flipping tired today because I'm doing these videos in the morning now. Master your mind and body is next, which basically for me, in layman's terms, is killing off your flesh. Yeah, I hope you can't see my ass. I'm sorry if you can. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, so you need to understand that. I'm gonna put this laptop up here and read for my notes. I hope you guys don't mind. But basically, Jesus was disciplined. Okay, obviously, he was perfect, right? But he fasted in the desert for 40 days, right? And we all know that Satan's going to hit us with temptations as well, right? So we need to understand that although we're not Jesus, we can still be able to fight off Satan's temptations with spiritual warfare. A lot of things I like to say is when Satan tries to tempt you with spiritual warfare, how do you fight back? With your own spiritual warfare. What is that going to be? Look like? Confession, worship, prayer. Alright? But another thing about mastering your mind and body is you gotta control your thoughts, man. Alright? I know it's hard. I know some people have depression, anxiety, you have actual mental things, which I understand. I'm not Andrew Tate. I'm not here to say that's not real. For some of us, you can actually master your thoughts. Alright? Jesus had a parable about a crow's nest, and he said, if a crow lands on your head, don't let it build a nest, which basically means that if a evil thought comes into your mind, like say I see a woman and I start to think about her, like wow, she's pretty, that's going to evolve into me thinking about her sexually, and then it's going to evolve into me like going and messing around with her or like jerking off, things like that, right? Shoot evil thoughts out of your way as soon as you get them. It's so much better. Also, train your body, guys. I was so down bad when I went through high school because I was fat. I was eating this crap junk food, and we all know that gut health is mind health. Okay, they're connected. All right, so start eating better, start training better, and if you want help with that, I do help with physiques. and getting your body right. My coaching is down below. But Matthew 4:1 through 11, I think I didn't write what it was talking about because it's 11, or that's 10 chapters, but I think that's talks about like how he had self control. I think the story about the devil's in that one. But yeah, that's number 3, guys. Number 4. That's an awful G, man. But be courageous. All right. As a man of God, Jesus, you're gonna get mocked a lot, dude. Think about it. Jesus was perfect, and people still ridiculed him. And obviously, you know how it ended. He went through the stages of the cross, right? So people aren't gonna like you when you're open about your faith, especially in today's day and age. I like to think about my schooling, right? A lot of kids, they're for the world, man, and you kind of expect it. I do construction, right? But they're for the world, so you think of a typical construction worker, what's he doing? Drinking, zinning, fooling around with a bunch of chicks. That's not me, man. That's not me. But 1 Corinthians 16:13, be watchful, stand firm in the faith, act like men and be strong. Alright? I realize that I can't live the ways of the world and get into heaven. My end goal is heaven, man. My end goal is heaven. So I need to stand firm and speak the truth. I continue to spread Jesus. I continue to pray for those guys because I care a lot about them and I want to see them get closer. I continue to ask them to go to church. And you gotta do the same, man. You gotta spread Jesus and live live by conviction, bro. If you're if you have a relationship with him, it's for a reason. Okay? He wants you. He has a purpose for you. He has a purpose for everybody, but if you have a connection with him, don't ruin that. Don't do it just when it's convenient. Trust me, bro. I woke up today. It's 5:50. All right, I woke up today and I did not want to record these videos. I was dizzy, and tired and all those things. But I'm here. I'm here spreading Jesus because I know these videos will help out certain audience. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but I know in the end that these videos are helpful for some people. I would love when I was first walking in faith to have this be spoon fed to me, but that didn't happen, guys. But I'm here now. And lastly, try your best. You know it's going to be hard in your walk with God. You're not going to be perfect. You're going to sin a lot. You're going to have failures. You're going to have mess ups. You may be struggling with sin right now. All right. Trust me, it was like that for me when I first followed Jesus, and I still struggle with to this day. But lust is a big one for me. I know it is for a lot of people. But Proverbs 27: the righteous man walks in his integrity. His children are blessed after him. All right, you got to take ownership. You got to take like responsibility for your failures, right? He hates excuses, okay? He hates excuses. But own your actions, own your faith, own that you're a man of God. All right? Work hard. All right? Laziness is not godly. Okay, there are a lot of verses about like how sloth is a sin, all right? And how if you work hard and you sow and you reap, why do you think there's so much about sowing, reaping, about seeds growing, things like that? God wants you to work hard, okay? That's why I'm not worried about this YouTube crap. I know I'm putting in the hard work. I know working on it every single day to get better, doing these notes, you know, putting in the best or doing the best I can in these videos, I know I'm gonna succeed at the end of the day. Alright? And these videos are gonna live on way past me. And I hope that people will still enjoy them and people will use them to show others and spread the faith. Things like that, guys. But you're on this earth right now, you have a purpose. You have a purpose on this earth. And if you need help with it, Instagram's down below. But it's not a mistake why you're here. It's not a mistake why you're here. God has a plan for you. So at the end of the day, if you're breathing, be thankful for that, be grateful for that, and understand that you there's a reason why you're here and you gotta get up and go after it today and find your purpose, man. But yeah, I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed these videos. Whew, I'm ready to go back to bed, but I got 9 to 5 work now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed them. Love you. Thank you.